Hey Buzzheads, Curtis Tucker here with Enid Buzz. I am out and about on this great Monday. Great weather out here. I am at Vance Air Force Base. Things are going to be changing up a little bit. Weather's getting cooler. The winds are changing. The weather is going to affect some of the flight patterns out here at Vance. I've got Colonel Simmons out here. He's going to explain to you what could be going on, what you might hear differently in town. It's all about the noise of freedom. And so I've got Colonel Simmons here. Simmons, how are you?
Hey, I'm good. I'm doing my first ever Facebook Live video, so
awesome.
everybody bear with me.
Well, kind of explain to us, I know the noise is going to start changing here a little bit. Planes are going to be taking off a little bit different. Explain what's going on.
Yeah, so as you can probably hear as we're standing out in front of the T-38, you're hearing the T-38s fly overhead. Today is what we would call a normal day at Enid. Planes are flying to the south, down toward Wacomas, and our pattern over the city is much higher as we're coming in the land. The one thing we don't get to control at Enid is the weather. So as we move into the summer months, into the winter months, where during the summer, 9 out of 10 days we're flying to the south because the winds are out of the south. For all of our weatherites, in the wintertime things starts to change. And so as we move into October, November, December, January, it's almost a coin flip every day which way the winds are going to come out of. And so when we wake up, if we see the winds are going to come out of the north, we'll be taking off toward the city, which obviously means the airplanes are flying a little bit lower at a little bit higher power setting. So it'll be a little bit louder, but there's nothing different, nothing weird. They're flying the same altitudes that they always fly and flying the same airspeeds. It's just between the winds changing, and then for those who don't know, Vance is getting the opportunity to actually increase our pilot training throughput by almost 30% this year.
Oh, wow, awesome.
You know, so where we usually do 350 pilots, we're going to be touching 450 by the time we talk again next year. And that's more jobs, more people, more everything, all goodness for Enid. But you know, it is going to be louder as we move into the winter months. And I've only been here 90 days. In other 90 days, we've had 80 of them to the south. So this will be a little bit different for folks in Enid. But if you've been here a long time, this won't be new. It's the winter months and the winds change, and we always got to react accordingly. I just don't like to surprise anybody. So this is my one chance with Facebook and Enid Buzz. If you're on this, you won't be surprised if you hear a couple of extra planes flying overhead over the next few months.
Well, great. And then another thing, do the clouds affect the noise when it starts to get a lot more cloudy?
Yeah, absolutely. Everything affects it. Like the first time that we get below freezing and we fly to the north, it will be louder. Colder keeps the sound down. And then anytime that you have an overcast layer, that's when it's actually going to be worse too. So if you have really low clouds, it's actually okay because our sound will get above the clouds. But if we have, say, a 3,000-foot ceiling or a 2,000-foot ceiling, just a normal overcast day, those clouds actually keep the sound down. So you will see that it gets a little bit louder than normal. But on a clear day like this, it usually works out pretty well.
Okay, great. And as soon as we get done with this, I will post an email in the comments for you all. If you guys have any questions, you can send questions to that email and they will answer all your questions. Colonel Simmons and the staff out here, the crews out here, they just want you guys to be aware of what's going on. They love working with the community. We love you guys being here. We love Vance. So thank you for the Sound of Freedom, and thanks for being on Enid Buzz, Colonel Simmons.
Well, we appreciate everybody's time. Thanks for looking at Enid Buzz, and everybody stay Vance proud. Thanks,
Thank
everybody.
you.